It's not special one for the German cloud, but it's also ruled for the German cloud. You have the Microsoft standards. It's your data, transparency operations, building security, privacy by design, and conditional compliance. So, this is really, really nice. And you have a lot of APIs, I hope you know it. And you have a lot of, for example, Graph API for Office 365. Where's my colleague, MVP colleague? With the Office Graph, what you can do?
Microsoft Teams,
groups, and you can see what the people do and when they do and how they do it and which IP address they do it and all of this. What document do it, and so you get a lot of, for example here, a local slide, I can do it for 2016, 17, 18 and all of this. You have a lot of tools and you can use these tools. But you have a little issue. You have to talk with your data privacy officer, with your compliance officer, and in German with your Betriebsrat, with the guy who protected the employees. And so you have a lot of tools. That's very cool. But you have to configure the tools, and you have to configure the tools with your process in the company, with your knowledge, and that's very interesting. So if we talk about, for example, have a look for Office 365. Yeah, have a look for Office 365. That's very small because of what I will show you. These are the some interesting tools, and some tools Microsoft say, okay, with these tools, and if you use these tools, for example, data loss prevention, e-discovery, customer logbox, for say customer logbox, if you use it, if you configure it, you are compliant with GDPR, and you are compliant with the data privacy, okay? And we have, I have some sessions on Ignite and talk, for example, with the Azure information protection guy, or I talk with the data loss prevention guy and say, okay, we need some rules, and now we have a look on their blog post, on the manager blog post, and they started last week blog posts to configure these tools to be compliant with GDPR. Perfectly. In a little opinion, I think, okay, I constricted these sessions and go to Ignite, and some weeks later we have these blog posts, but okay. So an interesting question, which of these tools we have in the Microsoft Cloud Germany? Which of these tools we say customer logbox? How we have customer logbox in Germany? Yes. So we have these tools in Germany. So we can see and have a look at these blog posts. I don't know if we have special blog posts for Germany, Ralph? We get special blog posts for Germany? No. This is okay. Or for example, for Azure. I have the Azure slide. The same.
Yes, we have a German blog post.
Yeah.
But it's mainly the same.
Yeah, that's what I said. So yes, we have for Germany blog posts, but for configuration the tool is the same. Okay? So you can use the blog posts from Microsoft. So and we have also blog posts like this, how you have to analyze, use this one, how you have to analyze your application, or you have to analyze your process, and then what I have to do to be compliant. So we have a lot of informations, and if you want to have a look, as a little introduction, here's my storage, and we have this one, only with material, only, for example, 2 gigabytes, 3 gigabytes of data to configure tools, to be compliant, to add information of these compliance. And So you can see, okay, there's a lot of content from Microsoft to help you to be compliant with their tools, to be compliant with data privacy. Okay?
Is this available somewhere?
No.
But
on this device. But a lot of these informations are available. They are available on blogs, in the Microsoft Azure Trust Center, in the Office 365 Trust Center, all of this. So I only stored it in one file storage. All of these content are public. You can get this information.
The problem is when you're not familiar with this, you cannot really navigate this. Everything is in the public somewhere.
So we talked with the product groups about this topic, and that's why duplicate. For example, here can go to this. For Azure, I can go into the security center, but for my Office 365 portal.office, I can go into Office 365, but here in the European, but it's the same. No. Nice picture. So we can go to the which center? To the Security and Compliance Center. And when you go to the Security and Compliance Center, Administration, and then Admin Center, and then you go, and then you go to the Security and Compliance Center. And in the Security and Compliance Center, you will find 95% of all the data in one place. You go in the end, and then you can get all of these data. The certification.
And then you need this account. Not your account.
You need an account, not for all. You can go to some website and then you can loan it from the website. But first you need an account. But account you get it without any paying for 30 days. So that's not the reason. That's not the problem. And if you look, for example, here in the European. Clicking slower. Which one do you see? The ISO certification of the German, Azure German. Okay? And you can click on it. For example, the data privacy ISO certification. Open it.
Yeah, this doesn't help me much. I mean, I can print it and put it on the wall, but if I want to start to work with this, that's what I mean. You had a lot of presentations with actually, if you're novice to this, where to start?
Yeah, if you want to start, you have an account, go to the Security and Compliance Center, go at the end of the Security and Compliance Center, go to the end of the page, and then you will see all of the content. No, there's no introduction video or like this.
Why not?
You get all of this content.
No checklists or something like that?
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, you have the, we have these, for example, you have a German checklist like BSI using cloud computing, for example, and you can match it. Yeah, that's an offer for Microsoft partner, for lawyers. I have these tools here, you can buy it. That's a lot of work in it.
But that's what I mean. I would not know that you are there and you have these tools, because there is no blog post from you which says I have these tools and it costs like $500.
I don't know in place where we have these checklists from Microsoft. No.
You can make one and sell it, but I mean that's
one comment. There is the Datenschutzbeauftragte.
Yeah, that's Microsoft is Microsoft, not the log company.
I'm not sure if, but the Datenschutzbeauftragte, there is for every state in Germany, Datenschutzbeauftragte.
Yeah, the data privacy officer.
First person, if you are interested, if you say, I have here something, you may support me with that. And this person will say, okay, you have this, then you have to follow this kind of rules, this kind of whatever. The first starting point, but German law and all this kind is very complicated. But the first point is the Datenschutzbeauftragte. If your company serves that, for example, in Berlin, then you would have to call him. Otherwise, maybe this letter, this magazine, or BSE, Datenschutz, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's really complicated. People study
30 sites and.
that's what I meant. This doesn't really help me if I'm novice to the topic and is there a landing page or blog post which kind of gives you the steps how to?
It is made for lawyers.
Yeah, it's made.
Azure is not made for lawyers. Azure is made for companies that are going to use it. So from a technical perspective.
You need a lawyer, you need a workshop, or Microsoft isn't your law company. They give you the tools. What you do with the tools, it's your point. For example, you can go to a market and buy a bottle.
Microwave.
Completely understand. What I meant is that if there are people that know what is this about, I mean, you said you have.
You need people who knows it, or you goes to an Azure Meetup like today.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you tell me now, there is no place where I can buy these things or read about it or so.
Yeah, you can read.
You say even you that you are actually in this. You have no page where I can actually click and say, I need you. You know?
No, this is a community event. That's right. I know what you mean, but this is in every situation. But I want to shift to Ralph. What to say?
Just a side remark. If you go on the website from Volkswagen or BMW, they don't tell you that you need a driver license to drive their cars. So there are two separate things. One is providing the infrastructure, and what you're doing with that, that's your part.
Exactly, but I know
we are not doing any legal advices, stuff like that.
Exactly.
We are IT
I know where to go to get the driver license.
Yeah, that's you should have a data privacy officer if you're coming into certain sites. You should have an internal or an external one. That guy should know where to go there.
For short, lawyers need money. That's the same. For example, the lawyer said, okay, I can buy a Windows Server 2016 license, but I don't know how to start.
Maybe it's a business option.
You need you or you. So that's the same. And you can watch a lot of YouTube videos about it, about the content and but.
Don't get me wrong. We are helping you, but we cannot provide you with legal advice.
No, it's not about the legal advice. It's like I'm novice in this one, and I want to build service that complies with this, like from the developer point of view. And I don't have a privacy office. I'm not the company that's going to use. They will have privacy officers. So
in this case, you get a checklist for checking what is your application, what does your application, and is this legal or not.
And that's what I meant.
This is what you get. No? Sasha Dittmann told me that.
Yeah, I know. I know. But you get the tools and no more. You get a lot of, for example, for the data privacy, you get configuration lists and all of this. Yeah, but the law thing, for example, what Microsoft do is, for example, we have I think 4 times in a year we have a big Microsoft workshop with Bird and all of the big legal companies, and you can go to this workshop and the legal companies. Everyone have a session, and also Microsoft Germany legal have, Alexander Buchbenauer has a session, and they told you about these issues. The same. Okay, it's the same slides the last 4 years, but okay. Okay, you know? Or they pay for lawyers to give workshops or like this, but they are an IT company, not a law company. Okay, we finished. We finished. Okay, we finished with all of these law discussions and all of these things. It's more interesting if you don't have an account, you can make an account, and if before you can make an account, via the website, it's the same process like Europe. You go to the website, make an account with credit card or like this, or you go to a cloud solution provider. It's available now. Yeah? It's not so far away, but now it's available with cloud solution provider. And before you want to see, okay, what is available in Germany? And I have a special friend here who is away. I was left. Okay. He is Azure MVP, but it's not the same. But it's the same. I can ask you, what's your favorite Azure service? Everything. My service. Also, you see here the website.
Can you try
Yeah.
to make a refresh?
Okay.
It's 2 hours ago when I updated.
Oh, okay.
Look at backup.
Oh, here.
Yeah, you see.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you very much.
I didn't know that you would present.
No, he didn't know it. No, he didn't know it. You updated? Okay, which one do you update? The Azure Media Services. And backup, yeah, here. So what's new? The Azure Media Service and backup. And we all love the backup because, we as a Microsoft company and Microsoft partner, we love backup because that's the easiest first step to go into the cloud, to use Azure Backup to store data in Azure. And that's possible. Also the media services, and here's the list. You can look which services are available, and you see this list will update it every time and in the last hour. And you know now the guy who can update the services. But either you can go to the portal and you can see here, for example, I have a dashboard for Microsoft Meetup Cologne to show, or I have some resources and websites, but I want to look here. Okay. So, and now that's the same. You can go into, deploy, or you go with a resource manager or PowerShell, all of this. It's all available, but I don't know the exactly number of available services. 68, 670? Don't know. Okay. But we have more in Europe, it's clear, but a lot of here in Germany. I talked to the Azure Search Manager and said, next time we will see Azure Search in Germany. I hope. I use it. Okay, so in this time, yeah, I can show you a lot of things. I work with it. For example, it's very cool with the IoT stuff. I hope everyone has a Raspberry Pi and
Functions are available?
functions.
Not yet.
Not yet. Nope. Ralph is faster than the. Yeah, it will come. But there are for a first step, or for there are a lot of services you can use, and for example, these tools like backup, you can catch a lot of customers are available.
Can you combine services? Some that you don't have in the German cloud use.
Like here you can go, for example, you have here Germany and you have Europe and you have USA. No. Not in the same tenant. But you can combine, for example, I built a solution, backup solution with Microsoft Cloud Germany, Azure Dublin and Amsterdam, and China. So you can combine via internet connection. Or you have also VPN and you have express route partner. So you have express route partner for these, for example. Colt. Yeah. Everyone told telecom, but I don't know. Express route partner tele? Yeah, coming. They're coming. They're coming next month. Last month everyone tell me it's coming. Oh, yeah. 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 Same administration, but which is very interesting if you want to connect with, for example, PowerShell. Was very interesting. What do you need?
Geduld.
No, you need new endpoints. You have new endpoints. For example, have a look here. My browser. I don't know if you see it. Here. Microsoft Azure.de. So we have another endpoint. Very interesting failure. I do it before the session. I want to log in with my German account into the global cloud. I think, oh, no. And clear, the global account don't know your Azure tenant. So you have to go to portal Microsoft Azure.de and then you have your German account and then you can log in. Okay? So you need for Visual Studio, the same. Very interesting. What do you think the Azure, that's what for here. The Azure, what's this? Oh, the same? L, okay. Okay. What do you think? I don't want to ask. Let's last 5 minutes. The goodie questions. Endpoints. What I want to ask? I forgot it. Storage Explorer. Next one. What do you mean the Storage Explorer, the Microsoft and there's a third party one. Yes. Cloudberry, for example. Yeah, thank you. That was not the question. What do you think? Is it possible to use it to upload or to switch data from? I read your blog. You blocked it, so you can read Ralph's blog and then you know the answer, but don't use Google or Bing. Yeah, give him one.
That's 50% chance, yes.
Yes, yeah. Sehr good. Thank you. Yeah, yes. And for the Cloudberry Explorer, we can thank Ralph. A big thank you, because he's the guy who said at first, hello, we need the new endpoints, and then you can go it. Also the endpoint for the Chinese or the US government is available. The government cloud.
And the Data Explorer for Mac as well?
I use a Surface Pro 1. Do you think I have a MacBook? Maybe. I don't know, I don't test it, so I can't test it.
Yes, but I don't update it since weeks.
Yeah, try it. Yeah, try it. So,
I have a question.
some technical questions.
Yeah, it's technical. So we're part of the BizSpark program. Is it the normal cloud or is it the German cloud where you want to get there? Because I was pretty sure that it was not the German cloud.
European.
So
Office 365 more. Office 365 education is available in Europe and in Germany.
Okay.
For example, as MSDM is only Europe. BizSpark Europe.
So if I want to test the German cloud, it's not my BizSpark account will not be good enough for this.
You have to pay, or you need a cloud solution provider, Microsoft partner, or you have to ask, or you have to.
So here's the question from another teacher.
Yeah, perfect.
You have to use different subscriptions for the global cloud and the German cloud. Why?
Good question.
Because the contracts are different.
Okay! No. We left the law part.
Because
they have different data protection regulations?
No.
Different companies.
No.
There's no connection. Yeah, IP.
There's an IP connection, yes, but connection is.
Connection is the right way.
Yeah, I'm for sure.
Here.
The plastic.
Okay. No, connection is the right.
Only one way.
No. There is no one way. That's a closed cloud.
We have different Active Directories.
Yeah.
Since tenant is represented inside AAD,
Was denn jetzt
you'll have different tenants, and different tenants have different subscriptions. There's completely separation. All those IDs inside AAD are not replicated to the other cloud in both directions. There's no replication.
And can you build it in any way?
No.
So if you have two connections at the same time within a browser,
You have two different IDs.
we can take data and move it from here.
The German one is more
You have to use
expensive.
different IDs to log in. It can't be the same ID. You want it to separate? No, you have.
That's a very good question. It's nearby the title of the session: data shelter and closed cloud and all that. So how do you get data from Europe to Germany? You have but you have, the question is I get the question from every customer: do you have a button to click to migrate data from Europe to Germany? For example, the Office 365 10. That is one of the most questions I get. No. Ach, du hast doch schon eins da. Du gehörst doch dazu, oder nicht?
Ja, ich habe keins.
Ach, du hast keinen. Eins habe ich noch. Oh ja. Vorsicht. Yeah. Some questions. Okay, question part, and then we will end. So I hope you know this is a very, very law judge and this part of session. So we have a little part for the technical at the end, because I hope you know all about the German cloud. No? Okay, so you have now the chance for questions.
Question. So if we have an startup here in German, and
Yeah.
they need to store data in German,
Yeah.
they can use this Spark product or not?
No. The Spark, no.
So for,
This Spark is available for you.
but if they need to store data just in
You have to
German,
use, for example, a credit card.
but if
You
you
have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Or get into the Microsoft.
And the price of yeah, and more.
You have the tools, the development tools, services, and so on, all the same. So
Yeah.
if you build up your application, like we tell you how to do it, you can easily shift it to German cloud. So you can test you can start on the mobile and then you deploy in the German cloud.
You just need to
I
make sure
have a
that
session.
services which are not
Yeah.
yet available.
Yes,
Yeah.
should.
You
not using services.
you can build the services in the European cloud, and then you can adopt it, integrate it, and roll out in the German cloud. But you have to change the endpoint.
So, may I ask one question of
Yeah.
this? You keep referring to Azure and to something else. So, I thought that everything on the cloud is called Azure. So, the Office 365 is not Azure.
Office
What are your definition?
Office 365 is on top on Azure.
Okay. But when
So
you
you need the basics. The basic is Azure for everything, and then the software as a service tool is on top.
and you had this
Like Dynamics.
slide which was the logbox,
Yeah.
which was on slide with other tools,
Yeah.
and then you had another slide which was called Azure. So
Yeah,
logbox is
yeah.
not Azure, or how do I understand this?
Azure has a mechanism in
Yeah.
Office 365 to give support and limited access to your data inside the logbox. This is nothing that you can use in Azure.
Yeah.
This is a tool from Office.
Because Office, yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, it's software as a service, and it's not a tool for infrastructure. Infrastructure, you have to build these tools. You have to build this process. Okay? Questions? Yeah.
Last question from Facebook. Do you offer your slides anywhere?
Yeah.
Download?
GitHub. GitHub.
We will
Yeah.
if you give them to us, we will.
If
Please post the
they
link.
need money. No.
Can
Yeah.
you post the link in Meetup?
We-
We will post the link in Meetup
Yeah.
Okay.
later, of course. We did it for the last slides as well, so or the last sessions. That's why I said if. So when we get the slides from the presenters, we usually load them up to OneDrive and then post the link to our Meetup site. Of course.
I have a question. I have heard, and please correct me if I'm wrong, that because of the jurisdictions, etc., there is no reason anymore for a German company to use specifically the German cloud.
There can be reasons for special regulated companies. Like healthcare, chemical, like the city of Berlin, banks, like
Banks not?
we will see.
KPMG.
There are compliance issues coming from regulations, sometimes inside a company. So we build this cloud for 3 reasons, just to complete that thing. One is the legal stuff, because there might be regulations for certain areas. One is compliance, just sometimes discussion with your data privacy officer. It's much easier if you say you go to German cloud than go through all these documents and use the EU cloud. And the third one is power. So sometimes it's just a feeling to use German cloud, your data in Germany, Microsoft, an American company, away from your data. So that's a great influence too.
There is the
Check it
floor
out.
One addition to that, there is usually, correct me if I'm wrong, usually European regulations are higher than anything on national level or on county level. But if your company decides that there is no such thing as storing data in the EU, then it's an internal regulation, which is always true. That's governance. If you decide that is the way you have to go, and it's within the law, then there's no way to break off.
In the last 2 months, 10 contracts between companies like in the car builder area or like this. They say we have to store the data in German. So it's the best way to use German cloud. If the company uses the European or the US cloud and work with Azure, we have the skill set. You can use the same skill set here and deploy your apps.
Yeah.
Actually, what about the invitation to this meetup? I was maybe wrongly, I was hoping to hear something about what changes in the GDPR comes into force next year in terms of storing and processing data in the cloud. I still have a big question mark about what changes.
That's very, very big. Some of these changes I told you today. For example, the changes how to work with data and how to to store the data and to work with data in the cloud. For example, currently you have 3 reasons to work with the data out of the Bundesdatenschutzgesetz. 3 reasons. The person have to say yes. You have a contract for an employee, or you have Betriebsrahmenvereinbarung. You have a special contract in the company. For the GDPR, you have 6 one. You have 6 reasons, and so has the 6th, the last one, is a reason which is, you can read and you can argument all of this in it. So that is one of the example. You have a lot of, this topic is very, very huge. So you have, for example, I show you today, for example, some configuration hints from Microsoft to solve these issues or gives the regulations. So the regulation is fine if you configure your tools like this. But yeah, if you want to know all of these things, you have you need 3 weeks and 2 lawyers, and then that's it.
Can you recommend an article or an overview which just highlights the main changes?
Yeah, great questions, but you have an issue today. The main issue why I don't force the changes in GDPR is the GDPR, the national law. You see my first slides. The national law have to connect to the GDPR, like your contracts, like the contracts in online terms, must be in the connection to the GDPR, the same regulation. So currently we have only drafts in Germany. So currently I can't tell you 100% what you have to do. We have only drafts of the Bundesdatenschutzgesetz, of the 203 criminal law on all of this. So currently everything I told you is a part of the European decision, or the GDPR or Datenschutzgrundverordnung, and the European content. You have 68 little things every nation can change, and you have the national law, and the national law must be in connection to the GDPR. So currently we have only drafts. So all the things I told you, sometimes I told you this is a part of the European Commission, this is what the European Commission said, this is a part of the regulation. This regulation, is gültig in allen Mitgliedstaaten, is guilty in every membership, but you can have the issue that the national law breaks it, or not breaks it, is against it. Doesn't comply, and it's against it. So the European law goes before the national law. So there is no 100% way today, because we have always only drafts for the national law. You can only say, okay, that is the way. What I do today, every time. This is the way you can go. This is the way you can change. This is the way you can administrate the tools. So, and on my blog, or we can share it. You can read all the drafts, but it's all the same legal discussion. So, in my opinion, we will see at the end of the year. I hope we have. Was heißt Wahl? Election. We have election. So we have behind the election. I hope we have not drafts. We have law, and then we can say 100% we have to, or 80% we have to do this. Because the second thing is we have only drafts, the national drafts, and we have no decisions, no judges who decided about questions about the new law. So 100% you don't get an answer everywhere. You get only the way. Okay? Explained a little bit? Okay. So, finish. Great question for the finish.
I think that's a very good question.
Very good question.
Thank you very much, Raphael.
For example, the what?
We still have a few minutes before we need to leave.